to all. Once again, welcome back to my class. I am your physics sir. So, well, children, in last class, that is class 2 of motion in plane, we are discussing vectors. Okay, right? All right. In last class, we were studying the angle, how to find out the angle between two vectors and more than two vectors, isn't it? So, I said two methods to find the angle between any two vectors. We are having two methods. First method, you can find by tail to tail method, or you can find by using head to head method, right? So how to find out by tail to tail method I said, and how to find out by head to head method, that also we were discussed by using few examples, right? So along with that, I said shifting of a vector is allowed. Okay, in vectors, shifting of vector is allowed. Remember one point: while shifting a vector, two things should not be changed. The first one is magnitude of a vector. Okay, magnitude should not be changed, and the second one is direction. Okay, these two things must not be changed while shifting. Okay, these two things should not be changed, right? I said how to find out the angle between two or more than two vectors, right? So after that, today is the third class of vectors, and here we are going to discuss about the addition of vectors. Okay, how to add two vectors or more than two vectors. We are having different methods to add vectors. For example, if I tell you to add a scalar quantity, okay, add scalar quantities. For example, if I take scalar quantity means what? Physical quantity which is having only magnitude is called scalar quantity, right? Only magnitude in the sense what? It is having only means numerical value, right? It don't have any direction, only numerical value. Such as, for example, if I take 2 kg mass, we will take mass. Okay, I will tell you I want 2 kg of mangoes. Okay, you will bring mangoes and will give me, right? Then again I will tell you I want 3 more kgs of mango, right? Again you will bring some mangoes, 3 kg of mango, and what is the total quantity of mango we are having now? We are having 2 plus 3, 5 kgs, isn't it? That means you need same unit to find to add scalar quantities. Only one thing is required. We need same unit, SI unit, means unit. Okay. If we are having different unit, could you add a scalar quantity of different units? Okay. If I tell you I want 2 kgs of mango, if you are having 2 kgs of mango, okay, can you add 2 kg with 2 meter? Is it possible? I will tell you. Okay. If we are having 2 kg of mass, okay, can you add 2 meter like this? Addition is allowed or not? No, it is not allowed. You cannot add 2 kg with 2 meter because units are different. Units are different. You can add only same units like 2 kg plus 3 kg. So what is the result of this? Of course 2 plus 3, 5 kg. Okay. Like the scalar can be added if they are having same units. Okay. And we get what is the magnitude of first mass 2, second mass 3, total magnitude become 5. By simple algebra you can add if they are having same unit. Okay. So could you tell 5 Kelvin plus 2 Kelvin? It become, of course, Kelvin is a unit of temperature. 5 plus 2 becomes 7. Okay. Total temperature is 7 Kelvin, right? So could you add 5 Kelvin plus 2 seconds? No, it is not added because Kelvin is a unit of what? Temperature. second is a unit of time. You cannot add this different. Okay, similar. Listen, scalar can be added like this, but now I am telling how can you add vectors. What is the method of adding the two vectors or more than two vectors? We are having different methods. Okay, you cannot use a single method here. We are having different type of method because to add a vector quantity vector add ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ you should require two things. One is unit. Along with that unit you require direction also. Okay, unit same itandre you can add vectors. Of course, if direction is getting changed, you will get different result. As the direction changes, result will be different, right? So here it depends, means addition of scalar quantity depend only on unit. Like kgs are there, of course you can add, right? Only depend upon unit. Whereas vector addition depend upon units as well as its direction, right? So direction is also important to get a very proper result, right? I'll tell how to add vectors. We are having different methods of addition of vectors. Suppose two vectors are collinear. Okay, collinear in the sense what we have studied in types of vector. Collinear vector in the, means vectors are lying on a same line. Right? Either they are having 0 degree or 180 degree. Right? Suppose if I want to add vector A and vector B, they are collinear. They are collinear, I say. Here it is not in same line. Okay, we have given two vectors. We have to add by using collinear method. This collinear means what? They should lie on a same line. Okay, this is vector A and this is vector B. Okay, what is magnitude here? The length of these vectors are magnitude. And what is the direction? This is the direction. So you can add like this, right? Okay, suppose if I tell you two vectors are at a different direction like this. This is one vector, this is another vector. Okay, so we'll take one more example. If you want to add a vector, right angle triangle vector. Okay, two vectors are perpendicular to each other. Okay, suppose this is vector A, this is another vector B. Okay, first you shift them. I'll take this as vector A. Okay, this is vector B. Okay, shift ಮಾಡ್ಕೇಸಿಂದ ಈ ತರ ತಗೋತೀನಿ. This become like this, right? Now what is the resultant? This is vector B. How could you add? How could you find out the resultant vector? By drawing another vector at this side. Okay, so this is the resultant vector. If they are perpendicular, if they are right angle triangle, then it become right angle triangle. So how could you add this vector, these two vectors? By using Pythagoras. Okay, and we know that the angle between them is 90 degree. Now another method, means not another method. Suppose two vectors are having different directions. Okay, it is not 90 degree, it is not 0 degree. Okay, they are having apart from 0 and apart from 90 any angle they are having. Okay, for example they are having like this. Right, how to add, how to find out the resultant? To find the resultant we are having different methods. This different method of vector additions are called triangular law of vector addition, parallelogram law of vector addition, polygon law of vector additions. Okay, in these three we are having again two types. One is graphical method, one is analytical method. Here graphical in the sense we have to draw the graph. Okay, by using graph we have to find out the resultant. Analytical means you should get the result in the form of formula, right? So we will discuss all these things, we will discuss in today's class. So listen, vector addition of two collinear vectors, okay, by head-tail method. Okay, if you want to add any two vectors or more than two vectors, always you should use head-tail method. While finding angle between two vectors, we used two methods, that is head-head method or tail-tail method. Okay, where the tails of two vectors are connected, then you can find the measure there. Okay, where the head of two vectors were connected, you can find out angle between those vectors. Similarly, to find the resultant of addition of two vectors, you should use head-tail method. Right. Listen, we are having two collinear vector. First one is vector A, which is represented by OA, okay, and we are having another vector, vector B, which is represented by AB, right? Okay, can be added by drawing the vector A and displacing vector B. You should displace, means you can shift vector B in order to make them collinear, because what is the heading? Addition of collinear. Okay, shift vector B to the head, say, without changing the direction, in such a way that the tail of vector B, this vector B tail, should coincide with the head of vector A. Listen, this is vector A represented by OA, and shift this vector B and coincide the tail of vector B to the head of vector A. This become like this. Now, what is the resultant? Since they are in same direction, so you can directly add R is equal to vector. So otherwise, OB is equal to OA. You can write, nothing will happen. If you don't write, nothing will happen. AB, directly you should write this also. R is equal to vector A plus vector B. If you write directly this R is equal to A plus B, it is enough. This is nothing but resultant of A and B, right? Vector A and vector B. Right now. Now next heading, addition of two anticollinear vector. Right now. First we will write 2-3 lines explanation about it. Let vector A and vector B be two anticollinear vectors. To add this vector, draw vector A and vector minus B equal, right? Draw vector A represented by OA. Draw vector minus B represented by OB, okay, which is equal and don't write equal, only opposite. Right. Say, let vector A and B are anticollinear vector. Listen, Suppose this is vector A, which is represented by OA. Okay, so one more vector is there, that is minus B is there, so you can draw like this, minus B. Okay, it is also represented by OB. Listen, we have to find out resultant of these two vectors. By seeing these two vectors, see vector A having more magnitude, vector B having less magnitude. Okay, so you can draw like this also. Otherwise, you can also draw like this, opposite direction. If you draw in opposite direction, don't write minus B, write only B. Okay, so okay, if you want to find out the resultant, just to draw R. Resultant R is equal to vector A plus B is in opposite direction of A, so you should write minus B. You should write minus B. Okay, so what is the resultant? R is equal to A minus B, plus minus minus, so A minus B. Listen, here vector R, whether resultant R is positive or negative, it depends upon magnitude of A and B. Magnitude of A and B. When say R is positive when vector A is greater than vector B. R is positive when vector A is greater than vector B. Listen, resultant, R means resultant. R is 0 when vector A is equal to what? Vector B. Right? A, B are the same, get cancel, you will get 0 answer. R is negative when it is negative, when vector B is greater than vector A. B value ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, A value ಕಡಿಮೆ, then you will get resultant in negative. Right? Suppose B I will take 5 centimeter, A I will take 3 centimeter, 3 minus 5 minus 2. Right? So this depend upon what? Magnitude of A and magnitude of B. Right? Right on. Next study, vector addition. Right angle triangle vector, addition of what? Addition of right angled triangle. Right angle triangle, right angle, write down right angle triangle. Okay, listen, no need to write out, just for the sake of understanding purpose I will draw a vector. No need to write explanation. If you come to know, that is enough. Write down, draw a vector A. Okay, suppose this is vector A of 3 meter. Okay, how to add these two vector? By head and tail method. By head and tail method. Of course, we are adding a right angle triangle. Okay, one more vector I am going to draw. This is vector B, whose magnitude is 4 meter. Okay, whose magnitude is 4 meter. Now, to find, see, the head of vector A is connected to tail of vector B, right? Now, how could you find out the resultant? Resultant find ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ just you should draw one more vector like this, right? The direction should be like this. No problem, right? This is resultant. Okay, if they are perpendicular, if they are means right angle triangle in the sense what? 90 degree between A and B, right? If in this case suppose two vectors are in this case, by using Pythagoras theorem you can find out resultant. Which theorem? Pythagoras theorem. So what is the formula of Pythagoras theorem? Means this resultant square is equal to vector A square plus vector B square, right? So write down R square as it is. What is vector A? 3 square. What is vector B? 4 square. So vector R square is equal to 3 square 9 plus 4 square 16. So what is R here? Under root 9 plus 16. Vector R is equal to 25. R is equal to 5. So what is the resultant? We got 5 meter. If they are right angle triangle, you can use this method, right? Example, try to solve this example. A person is walking 4 meter east, okay, 4 meter east, again he will come to south, 3 meter south, again he goes 4 meter east, again he comes 3 meter south, okay. What is the total distance made by that person? We have to find out resultant. What is the total distance he covered? I said east west, east south, right? Direct east south, what is the angle between them? 90. East south, angle between them is 90, right? So could you find the resultant? What is the total displacement made by that person? Try. See, the angle between them is 90 degree. No doubt you can use Pythagoras theorem. R square is equal to total how much displacement he made toward east direction. East direction ಎಷ್ಟು displace ಆಗಿದಾನ? See, this is 4 meter, this is 4 meter. 4 plus 4, 8, right? So 4 plus 4, 8 square, right? South, at south direction, what is the total displacement made by that person? 3 plus 3, 6 square. 3 plus 3 square. So vector R square is equal to 4 plus 4, 8 square, 6 square. So vector R is equal to under root 8 square is 64 plus 6 square 36, okay. So vector R is equal to 64 plus 36, 100. So vector R is equal to under root 110 meter. So what is the resultant? What is the total displacement made by that person is 10 meter, right? Right. Method of vector addition. Method of vector addition. The session starts from here. Listen. Just now we came to know that how to add two collinear vector. Okay. Just take two vectors and keep them in such a way that head of vector A should be connected to vector B. Then you will get resultant, okay. If they are in same direction, directly add them, A plus B is equal to, you will get resultant, okay. If they are in opposite direction, okay, suppose vector A in one direction, vector B is opposite to vector B, okay. So vector B become minus B because it is opposite to what? Vector A, so become A minus B, right. You can add like this. So another method we saw now, that is if two vectors are perpendicular to each other, that means if they are right angle triangle. How to find out the resultant? By using Pythagoras theorem we can find what is the distance of resultant vector, okay, what is the value of resultant vector. Suppose if two vectors are directing in different direction, if two vectors are having different direction, then how to add them? How to add them? We are having different methods. Let us study that one right now. write down when two vectors are pointing different directions, they can be added using following laws, of vector addition, Listen. So you will not get only this type of question, means add two collinear vector, add two right angle triangle vector. No, you will get different type of questions also. Okay, if they are if they are having different direction, then how to add them? We are having different methods. First method is graphical. I'd like to say first method is graphical. Graphical method is there. Okay, in graphical method, only graphical method means this is very important for the examination point of view. We are having three types. Okay, first one, triangle law of vector addition. Triangle law of vector addition. Second one, parallelogram law of what? Vector addition. Parallelogram law of what? Vector addition. Last one, polygon law of vector addition. Right. So in graphical method we are having three methods how to find out the resultant of two vectors. One is triangle law of vector addition, second parallelogram law of vector addition, third one polygon. One more method we are having. So this is by using graph. Okay, by using graph you are going to find out. One more method, that is analytical method. In analytical method we get a formula. Okay, so these are two methods to find a vector addition. Okay, we can add vectors, right? Try it out. Listen, the first one, it is by graphical method. We have to study triangle law of vector addition. In triangle law of vector addition, this is a graphical method. By graphically, you have to find out how to add two vectors, how to find out the resultant of two vectors. Okay. So whenever you are going to start any method, either triangle law of vector addition, parallelogram law of vector addition, or polygon law of vector addition, you must write the statement. Without writing statement, if you write anything, okay, means if you do the derivation, you will not get marks. You must write the statement. Okay, this by using this statement only you come to know what is the law, right? So first we will write statement. You please don't write by your own. Okay, always how it is given in book, you should write same as it is. Okay, don't change anything, because statements, principles, laws could not be changed. Okay, not even a small grammatical things also should not be changed. You should write as it is, then only will get full marks. Okay, we'll write the statement. Write down two vectors. If two vectors are represented both in magnitude and direction by the two sides of a triangle taken in the same sides of a triangle taken in the two sides of a triangle taken in same order. One second. Taken in same order, then the resultant of these vector is represented in magnitude and direction by third side of the triangle taken in the opposite order. So this is statement read out. Listen, see, if two vectors are represented both in magnitude and direction by two sides, take any two vectors, this is vector and one more vector, okay. Suppose this is vector A, this is vector B, right, both in magnitude and direction by two sides of a triangle taken in same order, then the resultant of this vector is represented magnitude and direction by third side, okay. First you shift ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, this is vector A, actually which is denoted by OP, right, and this is vector B. Shift, how to shift? The tail of vector B should be corrected to coincide to vector A, head of vector A. This is vector B, this is Q, okay. Now how to take resultant of this vector is represented magnitude and direction by third side, okay. This is third side, right. Listen, of a triangle taken in opposite order. This is important, taken in opposite order. Opposite order means what? See, I said addition of vector is possible by head tail method. The head of vector A should be coincided to tail of vector B, right. Then the head of vector A, tail of vector this resultant, but he said it is in opposite direction, so you should take direction in this only. This is the direction of resultant. We have to find out resultant, okay. listen. So just by simple, it is a very simple. Say what is the resultant? OQ is equal to two sides OP plus PQ. You should write a few lines. You should explain about these vectors. Okay. For example, vector A is represented by OP, vector B is represented by OQ. Then the resultant vector should be drawn here, and it is represented by OQ. Right. So we know that OQ is equal to OP plus PQ. And what is OQ? Vector R is equal to OP is nothing but vector A, and this is vector B. This is the resultant of triangular law of vector addition. By this method we are going to do triangular law of vector addition, right?